Okay, number 24. Last time we started. It's a beautiful verse giving the hint how to pursue this knowledge. So, dhyanena atmani pashyanti. Kechit atmanam atmana. The word is kechit. The nididhyasanam is possible only for some people. Limited a few ones. Dhyanena atmani pashyanti. Atmanam atmana. They see themselves. Anye sankhena yogena. Some other people, they follow the Sankhya Yoga. Here Sankhya Yoga means study. As I say, it's not that they choose different path. It's like the three steps to enter a house. The first step, some are in the first step, some have already reached the second step, some on the third step about to enter the house. So dhyana is the third one. Second one is Sankhya, means this contemplation, study seriously what Arjuna is doing. The first one is Karma Yoga. First one is Karma Yoga, what Arjuna is doing now. And Sankhya Yoga, why specifically Krishna said here? It is meant for sannyasis. So what is the difference between Sankhya and Karma? Sankhya, Karma, first is the Karma Yoga, then Sankhya, the last one is Dhyanam. In these three, what is common? Jnanam. This knowledge, Bhagavad Gita, the core point that we will cover. So that remains the same. See, knowledge remains the same. So what is the difference among these three categories of people? Karma Yoga, anyone who is genuinely keen to bring a difference to their living, to their life, will come under Karma Yoga. Those who come across this knowledge and follow it sincerely, Karma Yoga. Second one is, having gone through that, they have taken it to the next level. It's a life of renunciation. The third one is, those who have been established in that, the sannyasis, and they have let go of lots of their other involvement. You can see, while pursuing, many are involved into social other activities. The third one is that also gradually slows down and is the dhyana. So let's not talk about the last one. Come back to our point, Karma Yoga, because here Arjuna is advised to follow Karma Yoga. And in the next verse 25, Krishna further continues with that. Anye tu evam ajanantaha shrutva nebhya upasate. Anye means some other people. Atma tu evam ajanantaha shrutva nebhya upasate. So they listen to ajananta means atmanam. They listen to some acharyas about themselves. The way the acharya puts it, not some other topic. Acharya means it has to be connected to Shastra about oneself. And the way it is put it, idam eva chintayantaha. In that way, they start thinking, contemplating. This is a very good point. Now let's discuss about this. Upasate tepi cha ati taranteva. Even these people who are very sincere, ati kramanti, they cross. What do they cross? The ocean of mrityu, samsara. Shruti parayanaha. Shruti parayana means, Shrutihi means Shravanam. Shravanam, they are committed to this Shravanam, and they also reach the goal. Now, I'm going to talk about these things. Now, what are we looking at? Again and again, look at this. We meet once a week. The week goes away just like that, with so much of other involvement. So every now and then, one has to remind, like alarm, what time you need to get up. Even everyday sleeping time, you remind, oh, tomorrow. You just don't think, oh, my alarm is set, I'll be getting up. You remind. So also here, what is to be reminded? You may say, if I don't remind, what happens? If I remind, what happens? If I don't remind, you never know. Some other things have taken the priority in mind. In a very subtle way. If you remind what is the most important thing in life, that comes to surface temporarily. Now, question is, what is destination? If life is a journey, is it that we need to be obsessed with the destination? No. Destination we have been looking at. Destination is either you say moksha, or if that doesn't make any sense, yourself. Good. Isn't it? Makes sense? Can anybody run away from oneself? No. The more we run away from ourselves, now what will happen? You will discover you are not with yourself. What is that? I am not with yourself. You will be not at home. You don't feel at home. You don't feel at peace. You don't know what is happening in life. You feel you are at loss. If I am not with myself, now where am I? It's like, where am I? What am I doing? What's going on? What's going on to me? Why am I not at peace, at ease, at comfort? Straight, I'm not with myself. Then where am I? It seems to be, of course I am in this body. Body is there. But mentally, I don't know. Where am I? So, this is self or the totality. Anyway, that is the destination. You may say, oh, if self is the destination, I should straight jump to myself because I am myself. Yes, I am myself. But when someone says, I want to be myself, that's a different language. But when Shastra says, be yourself, it's a different language. So what is the difference? I would like to be myself. Current language. Shastra says, be with yourself. When it says, I would like to be myself, that means the message conveyed to others is, don't try to push me, influence me. I don't want to change. I would like to continue the way I am. If I don't want to study, don't ask me to study. But when Shastra says, be with yourself, then that is, look at this. The self that we are talking about here in the first place is with all this conditioning. Basically, you are not with yourself. You want to be with what you like. So you are at the level of what you like. But if you are at the level of what you like to do, what is the other side? you will encounter what you don't like. And most of the time, it will turn out to be what you don't like. Then what happens to you? You will drift away. And then, to be with what you like, you have to continuously fight with what you don't like. And fighting with whom? Fighting with other people. Fighting with circumstances, situations of life. That's what is going on. Then everywhere at home, within relationship, there is always a subtle fight that is called conflict. Now, what Shastra guides you, reminds you, every now and then, come back, sit here, peacefully, settle down. Hey, look, you need to review, reflect. No, nobody else will say that. Only Shastra. Because Shastra doesn't belong to anyone. Like this universe, creation. Only in the Shastra. Here, Shastra makes that shift. Hey, look, you keep this self in mind, yourself. You can't afford to be at different layers, and drifting away from yourself. Drifting away from yourself is drifting away from peace of mind. So keep that in mind. Oh, so I kept in mind. So should I jump from my like, dislike, being neutral to myself? No. It sounds very simple. Sometimes you see the horizon. Oh, when you are young, you go to a faraway place and sometimes see the horizon meeting. What happens? I have tried when I was young. It feels like as if the sky is meeting. Like around. Oh, it's so close by. Always you imagine sky is so high. And now here I see. Then I kept moving. The sky is the same. But it looks as if it's going to merge. So close by. Sometimes you see, wow, the moon, so big. Even Shukra also. So huge, so close by. But they are not close by. Too far away. So also, here, the way it is presented, it will look, oh wow, this is so close by. Of course, it's the closest one. Closest one, myself. But there is a distance in terms of my habit. Habit only. The habit has created a big distance. So what should I do then? Instead of, now think about it. Instead of the end point, the journey should be enjoyable. Oh, I want to be liberated. Is this going to be my life? Then something is wrong in that thinking. Don't bother about anything. Just live a life. As we start living a life, the journey should be enjoyable. Because the destination, what the destination is, what is the destination? Myself. I'll discuss about that. The destination gets reflected in every step of that Karma Yoga. The journey. Beautiful. It's like the whole rose, the whole flower is also there in the petal. You take out the petal, sometimes while doing Archana, you take out a petal. You don't say it's just a petal. You see the flower in the petal. Tulsi, the whole thing in a petal, in a leaf. You offer Tulsi Dala, flower Dala, lotus Dala, or something you offer. So also you start seeing beautiful. So to be beautiful is to be with oneself. It is impossible. Any other way people try to bring a difference, nothing is going to work. To be to be beautiful is to be with oneself. And to be with oneself is to be consistent with certain attitudes, certain values, disciplines, and some other thing that have been unfolded by the Shastra. There are lots of such qualities. In 13th chapter, we have seen that, many of them. So the whole purpose of study is just bring them back. It's like put them in their place. Put them in their place. It's these are the steps. Every Sunday, wow, have I been drifted away from the set path, set stones, steps, and each step you just see. You put your foot, put your mind, and keep walking. Each step becomes so enjoyable. So here, this is what is called Shravanam, Mananam, and Nididhyasanam. First thing is, in anything in keeping with the Shastra, or focusing on self and then proceeding towards self is unfolded, is discussed. What is expected? Parayanaha. For I said different steps. Number one step is commitment. When it comes to commitment, two attitudes come into play. One is Shraddha, the other one is genuinely being serious. Shraddha means whatever is discussed, very relevant, conducive to progress, the Shraddha should come. Shraddha means I can't dismiss it. I accept it logically, makes sense. Second thing is that everything is logic in life. I understand things? No. So many things I understand. It doesn't work. I do understand. There's no point of being upset. Still I have to get upset. So when I say Shraddha, two things. One is I accept it logically. Second thing is I love it. I have a feeling. When you love it, you don't want to push it away. Any such discipline. Again, more of it we'll discuss. So that's the number one point. That is Shraddha comes. Next point is be consistent. Not randomly. Whenever my time suits, whenever it suits me, I am available. Parayana means commitment. And then third thing is whatever has been discussed, as much as possible, retain it. Right? So then let's see. This is called Shruti Parayana. Commitment. Now let's again analyze. It is not just look, whatever is there, I understood. Now I am making a progress. No. Ask yourself. One thing to remind, this progress is very slow. You know, hormones, how much measurement is given? Tiny. So also the effect of that hormone, how much? You see it, how it works. So the process, this one is very slow. That's the reason entire life will go. So next thing is, what am I expected to do to make a progress? Of course, I have to understand what's going on here in my mind, my emotions. I should understand. It's not like I understand only myself. I understand the people around, every relationship that I encounter by prarabdha. Every individual that comes to my life due to my destiny. And then I understand what life is, what this Jagat is, universe is, and where do I fit in. And also I understand what is my placement in a given situation, circumstance, life, in terms of progress. Where do I stand? Every now and then should be very clear. So again, when it comes to understanding myself and people, which one takes the priority? Me only. If I don't, then I can't understand anybody. Again, to understand myself, I have to see the environment. It's like season. I feel cold. If I don't understand the season, how will I feel that? How will I know that why I'm feeling cold? So can you see how the whole thing is interconnected? Now let's look at it. Value, this attitude remaining the same, the environment has changed. We need to see in right perspective. Now sometimes we use in our language, look at this. When I was young, when I was child, I grew up like this. Right? So what will happen? See, the generation has changed. Let's say the system, the environment is changing rapidly. And I don't see how it is moving. I try to bring back the same old system. So let's say children. Next, young children. Now here, adult, youngsters, young people and the children. So many, we have got age difference. The way everything is moving so fast, it's very difficult to understand everything, even including ourselves, what's going on. Because what the change that is happening outside also is impacting us. Right? So what distinct change do we see now? Everywhere. And that is continuously generating emotions. And here, point is to balance, to bring back peace. I see distinctly two things going parallelly. One is the young and the already adults, senior. What do you see? Difference. All of a sudden something has entered the world and it has converted our lives. Here in a major way, here in other way. Those who are in job, work. What do you see distinctly? See this very interesting point now. Point is, for us, those who have grown up, our life is due to technology, a few things, especially the IT and internet. Can you see how it is influencing? If all of a sudden it has given the touch of super fast movement. Things have to move. So, if we all are trying to meet deadline, time pressure, work, expected, what is expected, right? Keep doing. move fast, do fast, think fast, achieve a goal. Don't slow down. So you can see the pressure, stress level. Even study also. Everything. Move, move, move. Keep moving because you are expected to move. Right? This is one level. Us. As if I'm running. Oh, I need to sit down. Oh, I feel so tired, so exhausted. Then, next one. This side. People. Before I go this side, let's look at our us. Okay, we have been pushed to speed up. And we are exhausted, stressed out. But what did we grow up? What did we notice when we were young? When this fast speed was not there, we had a family life, community. That's called, that's some people are stuck in their head with that concept. Growing up in a village mentality. Let's not use the word village. Let's say community, family, community, society, and the country at large. So family grew up and family values were there, and that time what happened? There is a community. The community, the society, two different things. Community is like extended family where they are around. This time has changed. People have moved away, dispersed. They were earlier, they were concentrating in one place. Uncle, extended uncles, aunties, everybody all around. So there was a continuous interaction. There were certain karmas used to happen, family, events, and this extended family community involves, and the society also. Other friends, people, they are also participating. Right? The value was different. Now what has happened? Moved away from that system, right? As you said, we have gathered the momentum to move fast. When you are moving fast, now what is happening? You are stuck with a family, only a family. And in that family, who are there? Of course, you have moved on, you have pushed away elderly people from the family, because in that fast moving, I don't want these slow people, mother, father, that's many people don't like. Don't bring them to picture. Who is going to look after? Who has the time? Who is going to do the work? Spend time, sit with them. Do you see the point? Now in that, only the children. How many children? 1 or 2. Or no children. Now when they come to picture, now see this point. Today your children, or it could be your grandchildren, will be around you. You will be babysitting. But you need to understand them. Or the youngsters. Now see this point. Very interesting thing I came up, I would like to share. It is from a survey only. Research work. How there is a shift in the value. If you want current value, don't understand, you can't address anything. So as I said, family, being part of. Again, it was expected when we are young, be part of the extended family or the community. Right? That means you are connected to them. So you are expected to be disciplined by them. They have got a right. But now, see this point. This concept of right has changed. I'm not talking about right and wrong. Concept of what is my right, what is others' right changed. And now the the research and the survey has found out, what is at the top of the list of values? No more family, no more community. It is a very serious thing. You don't take it lightly. Oh yeah, no. It is ingrained now, like wearing system. This is all the current wearing thinking. What is the current one? Anybody? Number one is fame. I tell you again, you look at the people around, and that's how you have to understand. Find a balance. What is your system and what is their system? What is the current system? No family, no community. Completely new wearing system. Fame, number one. Number two is fame, finance, success. Only three things. Fame, finance, and success. When two are continuing, it's like, two plants intertwining, two creepers intertwining. Of course, in a subtle way, it has influenced the adults also, but confused and trying to influence each other continuously. What is going on? Both, how the orbit, they keep moving, they spiral, they intertwining, joining, and trying to influence each other. And we are at loss. What's going on? And trying to impose on each other. And you see, clash. It doesn't fit into new wearing system, old wearing system. And now what is happening? If you see the brain has got different centers. Cerebellum, all this thing is there. And there is neuron, there is a transmitter, this thing, everything is going on. What everyone, no matter what the system is, what is brain's mechanism? It is still it is still the same. It just respond to what makes you comfortable. Now think about it. When the fame has come to picture, finances come, money, it's so fast. How can you make money and achieve success, something great at an early age? Now look at the brain. It has got a rewarding path, and continuously, you see today's world technology, we all are part of the technology. Social media, some are highly influenced. We are not better because we didn't have that habit. Let's say for 30, 40 years we didn't have, let's say 40 years we didn't have the habit, 50 years we didn't have the habit. We are different. We are not better. So what is happening? You see when it is asked question, you know what they are saying? All of them are saying. It makes them feel so good. When you continuously see the tips, liking, how many people are liking you. So it's like saying they are all you kind of together, they are all saying only one language. So cool. So it makes you feel so good. Who doesn't want to be famous? And fastest way to be famous and sustain that status. And the next thing is how to make money out of that, circulate that, and if you're not for yourself generating money, you generate money in such a way that you become a successful person. And this going crazy. So that's the reason, see, everybody is busy. Create a video and put it there in the social media. And keep checking. There's a new term, social depression. If you don't see the, that's called addiction, new form of addiction. Trust me, the technology is Rahu. Rahu is projection. It projects. Now we are living in a world of projection. In that projection, you can't dismiss projection. You say, I am better than Rahu. No, don't say like this. Rahu will overpower you. How to, again, find your own ground without challenging, without dismissing. So, the projection is going so fast, growing so fast, it has trapped. This technology, this system is all spinning money, money, money. Money. And in the process, do you know what has happened? They have successfully converted people's brain. Changed. It's no more responding the same. Confused brain. And in a confused way, it is responding. And that's how it is going on. How quickly I get the fame. Do some, if you can't, to get fame, people can adapt anyway. If this finger doesn't work, go to the next one, B. B doesn't work, go to C. C doesn't work, go to D. Keep doing, but you need to get fame. And then, so many people know you. So many people see you. Wow, it makes you feel great. And do stupid things. Sometimes by doing stupid things, people show interest out of curiosity. You are famous. So anyway, if this is what is happening, now let's come back to our point. Point is, what should you do then? Our life is different, their life is different. Now we are here intertwining. What do? We are only expressing our disappointment, anger. So instead of that, we have to understand two things only in life. As I said, to be beautiful is to be with oneself. To be with oneself is to accept. There are two sides of a coin. Coin is me. Acceptance and rejection. There are only two things operating now. When we are continuously working on what I like community life versus this life, social life. That's fine. But we have to work on the foundation of acceptance and rejection. Even look at your life, in your family. How many people are there? Apply this. Acceptance, rejection. Closely connected people. Ask yourself, do you want to move away? Or you have got two choices to grow towards self. You want to move away or you want to work upon yourself, the people that have come according to the prarabdha. Sometimes, as I said, could be very, very, very difficult. Even your body also will be difficult one day. Why people are difficult? As we grow in age, the teeth are difficult. They create. Your back will be difficult. So back is so difficult to allow me to get up. Many people are now suffering back problem. To get up and sit. And then even inside also the organs are becoming difficult. See, the one cancer can come all of a sudden, change lifestyle. What is not difficult? Everything, even the disease becomes difficult. Life becomes difficult. My own body becomes difficult. Mind becomes difficult. Challenging. What is so in this challenging, it's so again I come back to the point. It is so beautiful to analyze, understand when something obstructs you. See the Rahu versus Sunny. Projecting, pushing you, move in jet speed. Shani is every now and then. Look at this. That's the reason I keep telling you. Last time I said, practice that. I don't know how many of you have done it. Not taking it in your own way. I told you specific time to practice. And best thing is to share someone here sitting who is a professional person, not to give the details, personal details, using professional techniques for last 10 years didn't work. Don't take what I'm sometimes hearing very lightly and convincing yourself, I know. I do. No. What you do is different. 10 years didn't work, professional techniques. Just few days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 3 days. What has been happening, continuing with at a psychological level for more than 10 years has stopped. Do you see the impact of it? How things work. So take it seriously. Again come back. There are only two things, acceptance and rejection. We have reached a point, our mind, the ways we are moving, we have got lots of things to do. And we have, our tolerance level has gone down. There's time pressure. We can't be waiting. Everything should happen. Tolerance is zero. You know what? People are responding to acceptance. People are moving in the same jet speed from rejection. Can't handle rejection. So accepting oneself, accepting others. And you see the difference. We are all, again, we want change to happen very fast. Again, apply the same rule. Learn to accept the way it is. Tomorrow, disease comes, cancer comes. Can you say, oh, it should move, change? No, accept it. Cancer will not go along with your speed. You have to go along with that speed. It's the same way. So acceptance, accepting. Next thing is So someone, see again, we accept ourselves, accept the situation, the system also. I'm not here battling, fighting. Remember one thing. Today's world, everybody is fighting for their right, fighting for what is right. This is right, I'm fighting, becoming aggressive. No. Shastra is, look at this point. You're fighting versus loving. More and more that language has to come. Feeling has to come. The tone also has to come. Expression also has to come. I don't have to fight with my feeling. Fight with husband, wife, anybody. Does it mean they are all so good people? No. In today's world, giving that picture, nothing. But then, I have to learn the language. To accept, and instead of fighting, I love my own body, whatever may be. Anything is happening, I accept. I love the system. I accept the system. I love the system. Does it mean that I go along with the flow. There is a disease, I go along with the disease. No. Only when I love, I am at peace, the solution comes. Solution comes and it works. Very beautiful. Anybody, you work upon anybody, anything. Solution, think about it. Solution is just there. But the solution has to come from a peaceful mind, stable mind. Not a fighting mind, not a reactive mind. Right? So one very good example I'll give you. Look at all plants around. Same procedure, principle is applied. Plants, animals, and of course we are another form of animal. What is the principle? Plant everybody knows. What do you see? Plant growing up. Is plant growing by itself? It is growing in an environment. And in that environment, everything else is there, influencing. Let's say we are there, around plants. Now, continuously, what are we emitting? Carbon dioxide. Now, the plants have to, and are we only emitting? No. The vehicles we are using, they are also continuously supplying, bombarding, saturating the atmosphere with carbon dioxide. Now look at plant all around. We love, we see their placement and we like to see them. Now what do? What do we see them? This is called nature's arrangement. This is Ishvara. They don't complain about the emission of carbon dioxide. Oh no, they are affected. Are they surviving? This is called Ishvara's principle. What do? They take carbon dioxide, which is anyway not good, and convert it in the presence of sunlight. Of course, water they can take. Water is good. So there will be always good things to receive that will be supplied, provided by nature, and there will be other things coming from the same nature which is not desirable. Water, carbon dioxide. But one thing always will be there for everyone, that is sunlight. The sunlight is our Gayatri. Surya, knowledge. Knowledge is there in Gita, knowledge is there in the universe, sunlight is there. Sunlight will help you to bring these two things together. So what does plant create? Glucose, food. And that food allows the plants to grow. Keep growing. Look at the trees here around. So much they have grown up. Continuously you see them. See, they are taking carbon dioxide, processing it, producing food for them. As they are growing up, they are producing food for others. That is living. How beautiful it is. Now when you are there around people, oh, I'm polluted by by this type of emission, people's behavior, so many things they're emitting, displaying, throwing, and now I seems to be wilting, dying. fighting. No. The system has to, again, the system is in place, it has to process it, and what should we produce? That we have to see. Continuously, what are we producing? Food or non-food? Toxin. What is food and what is toxin? If I am producing, don't bother about anybody. Me producing. What am I generating? If I am producing toxin, of course I will be the first victim of the toxin. Trust me. The skin will explode. I'm just exaggerating. Body will explode. You look at your endocrine system, they will go crazy. Trust me. See yourself. Anything. Overreacting. When anything is overreacting, any organ is overreacting, endocrine system, something, it's a reflection. Maybe metabolism is poor, hyper. Assimilation is very poor or hyper. Something is happening. You can take medicine, bring it to normal. But what has already been set into motion, that no medicine can bring it to normal. Only one has to do. So this is called food. That is food. And that food, nourishment, that nourishes. And that is Karma Yoga. When I feel nourished, then I know I am on the right track while making my journey. If I am producing toxin, I am out of place. Out of place. That means something, my skin is reacting, my organ is reacting, my body is reacting, my mind is reacting. My intellect also is reacting. So the reaction has to stop more and more. This is called medicine. Balancing. Take it, it balances. Of course, as I said earlier, Karma Yoga means Ishvara. Ishvara comes to picture. As I said, without sunlight, there is no glucose production. There is no energy production. Energy center. Without this knowledge, there is no energy production. It has to be there. And also, again, as I said, a point, by accepting, by loving, do you think I'm going along with that? No. It only gives me right type of food. That's it. Bring two things together, it will produce. If I have got the Shastra, it will allow me to produce right food, nourishment. I will be nourished, people around me also will be nourished. If I produce toxin, I will be victim, the people around me also will be victim. So come back to the point. Let's 25 verse. Anne to eva ajanantaha. To eva ajanantaha. Anye means some other people. Shrutva nebhyah means from acharyebhyah, annebhyah ajanantaha atmanam. They understand this self from other acharyas, and then chintayantaha. One has to think about it. Continuously think, this is what, here I am, What am I thinking anyway? Let me think, reflect, review. Am I at peace or am I at stress? Am I trying to run away or I am I've tried to disappear, move away or keep chasing something? No. I just the center is me. Don't have to move away from people, don't have to chase people. Don't have to react, don't have to fight. Again, center, center, center. Come back to center. Anytime, so today I will give you another tip for a whole week to practice. Anytime I want to bring a change, even at home also, you expect some daughter, someone to do something, change behavior. When it is coming to your mind, just ask yourself, is it connected to emotion? Straight. Medicine is wrong. It's not going to work. The opposite is, if it is not, then it will work. If there is a little bit of emotion, it's not going to work. So, te mrutyum shruti parayanaha. Mrityu means continuously, this is mrityu. Mrityu. Let me cross over this little mrityu. Mrityu means obstacle. Mrityu is death. Mrityu is when my own nature is no more available to me. That is mrityu. I am dead to myself. I am dead to myself. I need to revive. The plant is reviving, let me also revive to myself. So, last one, I'll just tell you, when Buddha was teaching, one king said, "You are such a great renunciate. You renounced everything. You renounced a wife, kingdom, son, and you followed this." He replied to the king, "I am not a renunciate. Average. You seem to be the biggest, greatest renunciate. How? I only renounced a few countable things, few finite things, limited things. Look at you. You have renounced limitless. So who is a bigger renunciate? You. Say again, same way. What have I renounced? My peace. That I have renounced. What am I going to achieve? Nothing. At the same time, always keep in your mind, Mrityu is beautiful. Change is beautiful. Conflict is beautiful. Clash, system crashing, there's a clash, it's beautiful. How? Why? Because the Bhagavad Gita has come out of that. Even Arjuna's life, had the conflict not started, if Duryodhana type of people were not there in the family, this battle would not have come to picture. If battle had not happened, then this golden opportunity of listening to Krishna would not have happened. And then this Amrutam, nectar of Bhagavad Gita, would not have come to anybody. So this is called food, Amrutam. Food for Arjuna. Can you see now? Arjuna, in a very similar situation, produced, be a medium to produce Amrutam, nourishment, like plant. Got nourished, started growing and producing fruit to the world that we are partaking. The food, Gita Amrutam. And with that Amrutam, even in the midst of battle, Arjuna survived, sustained. Without this Bhagavad Gita, that war equation would have been totally different. Scenario, the outcome would have been totally different. So let's hold on to this Amrutam. Every week, get connected to this Amrutam. And grow, allow others to grow. Now, last time I asked you to practice at night, again, use that at night, Amrutam. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.